Set your butane torches to high and your expectations to low. Coming to you live from Just the Tip Cigars in the hills of the Steel City. Get ready to get your fix. This is the Cigar Junkies Podcast. Welcome to the Cigar Junkies Podcast, a cigar show for the community by the community. A forum to talk stogies, booze, food, and anything else in the cigar lifestyle. If you're looking for ratings, negativity, reviews, or an authority on all things cigars, you came to the wrong place. Whether you like what you hear or not, please join the conversation and let us know by finding us at the Cigar Junkies Facebook group or emailing us at thecigarjunkies@gmail.com.
What's up, junkies?
Here we go again.
And again, and again, and again.
Generally, that seems to be the way it goes.
That's pretty much how it works, yeah.
I mean, it is number Sidney Crosby.
Who?
87, baby.
Never heard of him.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
So, is this a thing?
Your headphones working?
Huh?
You don't know who Sidney Crosby is?
Rugby player?
Fair enough, yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
I thought he was an opera singer.
Is that la 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 la, sit on my face?
Rap, they keep tripping me.
Oh no, who was? You said Sidney Crosby, and then I was thinking about who Sidney Poitier was, and I don't remember who that is.
Sydney who?
I'll tell you in a second.
Remember, we don't have headphones on, so we can't hear you as vividly
Yeah,
as
bro,
you
you
can.
got to bring not your big boy voice.
I
but
never
like,
thought that I would have to say this.
Yeah.
Jason, you're speaking too quiet.
yeah, don't come in with the big boy voice.
He's not even listening to
Give
us.
us the medium boy,
Oh.
which is amazing because he has headphones on.
Yeah. So how was your week?
It's quite impressive. It's okay. Nothing special, nothing too chaotic.
That's not a bad thing.
Yeah, it's not. I guess it's been a little hectic for a while, and my biggest concern is there's a lot coming up, and it's going to get hectic again. And it's like, am I prepared for everything? Because I got 2 parties here and a fucking party at Leaning House that are all in like the next 3 weeks. And I got fucking hunting season coming up. So I'm eager to fucking try to get out there before somebody else kills my fucking deer. Got a nice...
Are you actually going to kill one this year?
I mean, I'd like to. Am I
like
going to? There's no way I can answer that I haven't answered it before and had it not work out. So, like, at this point, it's just easier to sidestep it.
Have you
know?
ever got one? Oh, okay.
To be fair. And it, like, other than the last year or two, actually just the last year, I guess. Before that, it was very hit or miss. Like I'd go up 1 day, maybe 2 days per season. So if I say I've been hunting up there for fucking 10 years, you're like, holy shit. And it's like, well, when I could get there.
Right.
And there have been some years that I haven't made it too. So, but there's a nice 8-point on my fucking trail cam. There's a couple other good deer fucking hauling around out there. So we got 4 stands now. My wife's uncle, me, my cousin, and my brother-in-law. And so Uncle Artie was up there fucking. He says, yeah, I went out a little bit Friday evening and then Saturday morning. He says, I thought about getting in your tree stand because he's gone up there before. Because it's the comfiest tree stand in the fucking woods because it's like the fucking Taj Mahal of tree stands. So he's like, I couldn't do it. He's like, because if I go up there and that 8-point comes around, how do I let him fucking walk by? But it'd be a real dick move to fucking shoot him out of my stand.
Would it though?
So, yeah.
Nah, it'd be fine.
I think so.
I think it'd be funnier than hell, so I think it'd be
dick
awesome if you did it.
It'd be funny for sure.
I would gain joy from it.
There's 4 stands. One of them he has absolute rights to because my cousin's a cheap bastard.
Okay.
Frenchie. So we split that tree stand 3 ways. So technically me and Uncle Artie own a third of that fucking stand.
Ah.
So that's like an easy,
Yeah.
an easy grab, but his is fucking like 22 feet high. His ladder stand. It is. I heard the whistle. I don't know where it came
I don't
from.
know where it came from either. It's an awkward one.
You want a popsicle? So he was like, I did go up in that one for a while. And I was like, we're going to call that tree stand the fucking Eiffel Tower from that one.
The Eiffel Tower.
Because his name's Frenchie and that shit's high as fuck.
Yeah, that's
So,
22 foot's a bit much. Are you like big game hunting or are you doe hunting too? Like just trying to get, at this point, you're just trying to get anything you can?
Yeah, I'll eat anything that
It's
fucking
last call kind of
walks
thing
through.
at this point?
If there's like a fucking a button buck that rolls by missing one fucking point. Like he's
You're
one,
mine
like,
now, bro.
be like I thought it was a unicorn. I'm sorry,
thought it
game
was-
warden.
Is there any elk up there?
No, there are bear, and there's a really nice bear in that area, and I considered getting a tag for bear this year.
I got to show Jason something. So you
Go
go ahead
ahead.
and talk to it, like monologue for a moment. I feel like you can do
I
it.
was going to without you telling me. So there's this like really decent sized bear up there. I've got a vendetta against the bear in these woods anyways. So I was thinking about taking a pop at him, but I don't know. Fucking dragging him out of there seems like it's going to be a little bit difficult. And part of the reason that I want him is for the fur. And until I am confident in my ability to preserve it, I don't want to fucking kill him for that reason and fucking not use it. So essentially, in a nutshell, I want to take a shot at this bear, but I'm going to wait until I can get my hands on a couple of deer skins first and try to preserve those.
Before you try and do it.
Because I don't want to fuck up the bear. Like, we'll eat the meat.
Yeah.
But honestly, I like to have myself a little fucking Jon Snow cloak.
Going on, full Game of Thrones on it.
Yeah, 100%.
As I was talking to a guy the other day, he was telling me he got a coyote and he'd been practicing tanning hides, and he's like, man, it sucks. He's like, it was gorgeous, and I fucking ruined it. And I was like, oh,
that's why I'm not going to let that bear be the first shot at it. But if I see a coyote, I will fucking destroy that shit.
Yeah. Anybody,
100%.
if you see a coyote, make sure you slam that thing.
It's like lantern flies.
Yeah. Bro, did you guys see Starship Troopers?
Morning, Chris. Yeah.
So you remember the scene where it's like the one of the public service announcements, and it's all the kids out stomping the bugs, the cockroaches. I feel like that's us with these lanternflies. Like I feel like it's a real life version, except there's no invasion of bugs.
That movie when I was a kid, it's a great movie all the way around. But when I was a kid, I'm like, fucking yeah. Unisex showers, what a great idea. Like, I love that. And then now that I think about it a little more, I'm like, I'd hate that.
Not so much.
First of all, just because the percentage of attractive people in there is probably going to be, the ratio is going to be a little low. And I ain't going to be one of them, so I can't complain. But like, I'd be more worried.
Did that, so I didn't. You just did that as a stop.
I take the.
You're like, I lined them up. I'm knocking them down myself.
Yeah, I take this thing out of your burn. But it's like fucking. Then you get people batting their eyes in your direction. It's like, oh, this is not so good.
Hi now.
How's your week?
Uneventful, which is fantastic. I'm trying to think. I feel like there was something that happened. Honestly, it's time is starting to bleed because I'm looking at the same four walls all the time. So I'm like drawing a blank as to what.
Go look at one of the ones back there.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like a continuation of.
They're the same color.
Yeah, it's yeah. It gets to be.
Do you ever go in the bathroom just for a different color?
I won't lie to you.
Just walk in and be like, green.
No, that's what the humidor's for. Even though the walls are that color, I just look at the pretty boxes.
Just stick your head in the box.
No, I got the. I mean, one thing I am excited about is I'm finally getting to try this because I mean it came out media hype originally and all that.
This is a good cigar.
Yeah.
What cigar?
What cigar?
It's time for the Cigar of the Week, brought to you by Leaning House Fine Cigars. The Leaning House is your destination for the ultimate cigar.
Wrong one.
It sure was.
It's time for the Cigar of the Week, brought to you by Just a Tip Cigars. Are you looking for the best selection of boutique cigars? Do you want the tried and true legacy brands that are synonymous with the cigar lifestyle? Do you want luxurious cutters, lighters, and other accessories? Do you want to relax in the most comfortable cigar lounge in the burg? Then you want Just a Tip Cigars. Conveniently located in the Bavarian Village Shopping Center in South Park, Pennsylvania, Just a Tip Cigars has been tailor-built to your smoking needs. Whether you visit in person or on the web at justatipcigars.com, when it comes to cigars, Just a Tip is the whole package.
It's the whole package, whether you like that fucking ad campaign or not.
Oh, I hurted his feelings.
No.
I was like, it was one dig.
Yeah, it was.
Oh.
I hold on to it.
So
we're still not there, but that's okay. So essentially, I was pantomiming during the fucking the commercial. Was I noticed that you can see my lap. I'm like, that just doesn't seem necessary, and it seems a little dangerous. Generally speaking, the resolution's not good enough to pick anything up anyway, but it just feels a little awkward. Just like a hint of a tilt.
They don't have 50 times magnification. Bro.
I'm aware. I'm aware.
Okay, just checking. I was
But what if I need to scratch or something? You know what I mean?
bro, do it like a man. Just kind of adjust. Just kind of get you know the one. You know the one.
Easy for
We've
you to
all
say.
done it.
I don't want to twist my cherries. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
then make all. Oh, your cherries. I thought you meant the chair because it makes these sounds.
The chair too.
Yeah.
The chair. I'm trying to. We don't want to have any fucking Jason opera going on over here.
I'm just sitting here amused by the fact that you're essentially sitting on a phone book.
Well, you take the short chair. I mean,
I know. By
That's
design.
it's your prerogative. Now, without you being, if we switched positions, right? Fucking, you're closer to the camera and you've got the fucking 5-gallon on, man.
Come on now. So it would make sense to have me on a high chair too.
No, don't do that.
He's like, no.
Just the fucking
that is
brim
not complimentary.
Just blacks everything out.
Don't do that.
The cigar of the week, brought to you by Just the Tip Cigars, is the Stolen Thrones Yorktown Fleet. It is a 6x50 torpedo, Ecuadorian Sumatra Maduro wrapper, binder from Nicaragua, and fillers from Nicaragua. The Yorktown, Virginia, is actually home to Stolen Thrones and etched in its place in history in 1781 during the Revolutionary War, when General Cornwallis surrendered to General Washington and the French Navy marked a turning point in the battle for American independence. I think I made the print too big on that one.
Yeah, that
Almost fucked me
one's
up.
bold.
Also,
It is box pressed as well.
I'm gonna try this instead of that.
Oh, so you don't have to worry about the light
bleed
penetration.
through from the back.
Yeah.
Little penetration. I like the little back and forth. So I knew what cigar it was this week, but I'm like, ask him for the size, and he goes Toro. And I go, okay, and it's Stolen Thrones, so it's small.
I meant to type in torpedo.
So I'm looking. And there's a lot less available on the web because he's a boutique brand. It's not like, the new Cohiba.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or everybody has every fucking size.
Time out. Hi, Marcy.
Hi, Marcy.
Time in.
Dude, we really got to do like the Lady Junkie clothing line. We've got a lot of
leggings need to
ladies,
happen.
man. Yeah.
The leggings need to occur.
Sorry. Let me just.
Nope. Wash that from your mind.
Yeah,
Keep
yeah.
going.
I'm done.
Not a whole lot available on the web about the Yorktown fleet.
So essentially, what happens is there's a Robusto and a Torpedo everywhere I'm looking, and I'm like, nobody has this. Is it a shop exclusive, Sam? How'd you get a fucking Toro? And so I texted back, you mean Torpedo? Yeah. Cool, thanks. Fucking 20 minutes later,
My
done
bad.
with the notes. It's okay.
Not
it
bad.
happens. Fucking. I've never been disappointed by Lee yet, except
No.
for the lack of hoodie. It's that time of year, buddy.
I will say all of them are freaking delicious. The Call to Arms would be my least favorite out of the four, though, and that's just because it's more subtle flavors. There's a ton of things going on, but it's just a little bit more. It's a little less. Here you go, than the rest of the line, which is just me being a selfish bitch. I have to actually pay attention to it, and I don't always do that well. But
That's my fucking jackpot cigar that I fucking found in the old case last
Yeah.
night.
yeah.
So like this year's been really good to well, depending. We'll see how the cigars hold up. But fucking like I go grab my jacket this year. It's got a fucking Dino in the pocket. And I'm like, fuck yeah. That's gonna take a couple weeks to rehumidify, throw it in the humidor, which is probably at like 45% humidity anyways. So then yesterday I come out here and I'm like, I'm already smoking a cigar. I'm just going to take two with me. Like, I don't want to go fucking bananas. So I pulled this out to put two cigars in. I open it up. They're fucking Called Arms in there. I'm like, fuck yeah. Throw it in the old fucking humidor with the Dino to, I don't know, fossilize.
Well,
In my
speaking of which,
humidor.
Lee Marsh, welcome to the chat.
I just shared it. I just shared it to him. I'm like, I
Nice.
didn't tag him. Let's
Yeah.
tag him out, bro. Because I was calling him out for not having. I got my pumpkin spice. I got my Uggs, but I don't have my fucking my Stolen Thrones hoodie yet.
Yes.
And so I was like, you know what? Fucking.
I'm gonna tag him again.
If I'm a fucking talk shit, I want to do it to his face.
Oh, well, you get to do that in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
No, man.
Look forward to it.
I got to go back to Ryan's comment. And he said, if we're going to do ladies' junky leggings, we have to have printed smoke coming out the ass.
All right, I was gonna let it go, but fucking Ryan brought it back. So what I was thinking was that what happened in my mind was full body versions of the cartoon logos of us, one on each leg, like hugging the leg, and then fucking Jason on the back. He hates it. He likes it. Tell me it's not fucking gold, Jerry.
Why do we do this? I mean, just like, life choices. No, dude.
One in the front, one in the back, and fucking Jason on the inside.
If you stop and think about the
You
series,
should know. I don't recommend
that led to
this moment in your life.
I know. It's like,
where was the one time that you could have been like, you know what, I'm not getting on that train today.
Yeah.
And it would have completely changed the course of your life forever and ever. Amen.
It's just like, I feel like I did most of it right. I didn't realize I deserved to do it that wrong.
I mean, I tried to not get on that train.
I'm too childish this morning for this.
Yeah,
that's why I just leaned back and waited.
Oh, Ryan, I love you.
And what did Ryan say, Jason? That's not actually
what he said,
it.
no.
That was not what he
That's a
said.
I muted
misquote.
myself.
It does not matter.
He said, let them get Jason on the front if they have a beard.
Just
Or what if they need a merkin? You could put Jason on inside the front.
Oh,
I feel like we haven't had a good
Well,
Merkin discussion
tinkle,
in a
tinkle.
while. So yeah, I'm for it.
You know what? At the beginning of this, I was just like, oh, a pair of Cigar Junkie leggings with Corey's face on one ass cheek and Sam's face on
That's
the
right.
other. That's where I was going with this, but this took an entirely different turn.
Even mine was less in depth. I just pictured like a lot of the logo.
Yeah.
That was the
That's
leg,
good too.
Just real
It's not as
simple.
fun. I think your wife might be the one that suggested one face on each cheek when this came up last year.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think Britt might be the one to take credit for that. But I like Jason on the inside, particularly if we could get them
Everybody likes
if they
Jason on
could
the
get
inside, buddy.
fleece lined, so you can really feel the tickle.
That's the part that's getting me. There's this visual right now of Jason just like this. And now all of a sudden I'm on Ace Ventura coming out of the Rhino.
There's all kinds of things coming to my mind right now, but the only two people that would like them are BGD and Hoover.
And moving on.
Yeah.
God damn.
Pitter fucking patter. You
You
know
know,
what? You fucking shake if you're shaking your head, I know it's going to be a good episode.
I did not. I didn't know. I should have known. I didn't know.
You really should.
I should have known.
I mean,
Yeah.
at this
Because you
point,
got sleep last night too.
number 80. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
decent amount too.
Yeah. That's scary. That's a bit much.
Let's go, baby.
Scales just said somebody left a treat for Jason in the bathroom.
He gets it.
Unprompted. That was not scripted at all.
No.
Hey,
Hey,
Jeff.
Scales, you know the best part?
Fuck you.
The best part is I left that there for him last night. It's like leaving cookies and milk out for Santa. Yeah.
Oh
By the way, can we at least pick up some 2-ply?
no,
Is the budget that low?
no, it's not a budget thing. It's a shitty building thing.
Fair enough.
So
I mean,
I had good toilet paper. I had really good toilet paper, and I had to keep paying people to come out and
never
run
seen
a roto-rooter through the line.
you've never seen the first Clerks, did you?
No.
Jason will get this. It's like, hey, I noticed you have the scratchy stuff back here. Says, yeah. I noticed you have the soft stuff up here. Is it okay if I take her? Yeah, sure. Go ahead, old timer. Hey, sometimes it takes a while. I like to have something to read. Can I get one of those magazines back here? He's like, yeah. No. One of the ones in the back.
Oh, and then that guy dies in there. And
Don't spoilers. He needs to watch this shit
Did
later.
you just say don't spoil
For fucking
Clerks?
this idiot, yes.
Yeah, okay, bro. I don't know. That's long down the list. That one's
But
not.
it's like probably the oldest one you need to see.
Mm.
And you will, it's going to be one of those movies where whether you like it or not, the fucking doors are going to open, the light's going to come down, and you're going to be like, oh, that's what people been talking. Like, that's the reference that I haven't been getting for the last fucking 37 years.
Honestly, here's a little hot take. I like Mallrats better than Clerks.
That's not a hot take. I know a few other people like that. I'm not with you. There's parts of Mallrats I like better, but just not the whole fucking jam.
You haven't seen that either.
It's a schooner, you idiot.
No, I literally just said I haven't seen it. So, yeah. You're supposed to poop at home.
I
Corey.
do, Jim. I poop at home. I poop at work. That's only my second poo here. But I'm an equal opportunity pooper.
I have a guy that comes in and thinks it's hysterical to let me know that since I opened, he has not bought toilet paper at his house. He's like, I haven't gone through a single rule.
Fucking bachelor right there.
Like, bro, come on. Why you gotta be like that? Like, we know, but we didn't need to know.
Here's the disturbing part. He is pooping at home. He just doesn't use anything. You know what I mean?
He has a bidet.
Moving on. So, what do you think of the cigar so far?
It's definitely, I think, a lot milder than the other ones, if I'm not mistaken. Like in terms of at least strength. I need to take a little little tour around.
This is up my alley, 100%. I really enjoy this cigar.
Along with a lot of other things.
Yeah, I'm a fucking freak.
Hefe. We got the thumbs up from Hefe. I'm really enjoying it.
I like it a lot. It's a lot. It's great draw.
Yeah.
The draw's really good. Construction's great, but I do think milder than most of the other called arms, because like any of the other ones, like the called arms, I'm sorry, like you said, maybe a little less than the other two, but you light up any of the other stolen thrones and it's a pretty quick, like, okay, I know.
Yeah,
I'm
here.
here. This is a lot more of a casual, like, I think this would be good with coffee.
It
This
is.
could be my brain playing tricks on me, but I almost get a little bit of fucking olive.
Olive.
It could be a mixture of what I got going on here.
It's that earth. I know what you're talking about. It's that earth flavor of the olive, like a black olive is what you're talking about.
A black one for sure. And I'm not an olive guy, so, but that's not a negative thing. It was just a click, like a boom, one little taste bud fired on the back and was like,
It's been a while since I had a cigar that, like, you lick your lips and you get to taste it again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, something about this wrapper is fantastic. Like, after you take a hit, do one of those, you get a little refresher. Very pleasant. There's actually like a texture to it and everything. What's that? All right, thank you.
yeah, how do you handle that one now?
I got
it. The retro is actually a little misleading.
Yeah.
In the beginning, it seems very mild, but on the end of the retro, there's a little bit of that fucking pool water burn.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In the beginning, you're like, oh, this is going to be
saying.
fucking easy. This is going to be like, you don't even know it's there. And then right at the end, it's like,
one of the ones you feel like you can handle more, and then all of a sudden, oh, surprise.
I like it.
I like that you called it the pool water burn.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it is. For sure. Have you ever had that happen for like no reason? Like you're not drinking anything, you just cough, and then just a little excess saliva somehow makes it up in there, and you're like, really, now I got to deal with this for the next 15 minutes? Because you can't get rid of it. No matter what you do, if you fucking try blowing or snorting or sniffing or whatever, it's got to work its way out on its own. There's no coming back.
Yeah, no, you're stuck with what you get there. Faux show. No, I'm really enjoying it. I would say, see, you got this one's been really unique to me because my customers have all smoked it before I have this time. So I've gotten to hear feedback from probably a dozen or so people about the cigar, here in the shop, and everybody's consistently said like it's way more mild than most everything else that they smoke, but there's so much flavor to it that it's really good. So that makes me happy on that.
With Ryan, this is gonna go well with the pumpkin spice. Everybody knows Lee Marsh, king of the basic.
Y'all are basic
bitches.
as fuck.
And then to one Seth Jones in the audience, I would just like to say, big-titted naked women don't just fall out of the sky, Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Gears? What do I know about driving a stick shift?
No, what's that?
Dogma.
Is it?
Yeah. Remember fucking whenever they're driving to Jersey and he's like, she picks them up because they're the prophets.
Oh yeah.
And so she's like, but I get to drive. And then the next scene, the fucking car smoking. She's, what gear are you in? Gear? No, nothing. It's a good movie. Great movie. There's a poop monster in that one.
I was laughing about it over there.
The Golgothan.
The Golgothan.
Yo.
Golgothan.
If I ever fucking can bump up my Halloween costume budget,
Poop monster.
fuck yeah.
It's a hell of a costume budget.
Oh wait, you ain't even seen the monster, have you?
yeah.
Oh,
I've
you've seen
Dogma.
Dogma?
Oh yeah.
That's the one he fucking gets.
Yeah, that
It
movie's
is the most
fantastic.
mainstream because it's got fucking like all the more famous people in it.
You follow the code?
Of course. You live by it.
It's the unwritten rules of the road.
It's
Fucking
the
George
unwritten-
Carlin, man.
They call it the book though, don't
The
they?
book.
Mm-hmm.
Because that fucking Carrie Fisher.
Yeah.
It's like, all right.
No more Harry Bush nuns.
Oh, that's too much.
It's good times.
It's fantastic.
The best part is fucking when George Carlin hops up in the fucking semi, and he almost dislocates his fucking jaw on the way down. Good
On the
time.
way down, going after it. No, dude, I'm so excited to see people's freaking costumes and stuff for the Halloween party. I am not nearly as excited to see their costumes for Rocky Horror.
Oh my God. You are going to see shit
that I can't
on
unsee.
people that you are never going to be able to unsee.
Very much so. You thought St. Patty's Day was
I
bad.
know.
You're going to need some
It's-
eye bleach after that, but
Yeah, it's gonna be,
There's just gonna be butts holes everywhere.
it's gonna be.
if there aren't at least like 4 or 5 butthole sightings that night, I'm going to be disappointed.
Bro, if I see 4 or 5 Frankenfurters, I'm gonna be disappointed.
I don't think you're gonna see the furters, but I think there's gonna be a lot of scrotum that's just not quite as contained as it should be,
Yeah, like
hanging like a labia,
pop into the side.
like a little fucking man labia.
Oh, what movie was that where dude sitting there?
Maybe? Oh, not dodgeball, huh? I know. I don't.
Yeah.
I know what you're referring.
Anyways,
It's just
yeah.
fucking hanging.
No,
out the side.
I'm not doing this at a cigar shop.
Yeah, Lee Marsh is like
We're gonna
probably.
give it a try, but I don't know how good of a decision this was.
I'm.
I was going for different, and I'm pretty sure that we're gonna knock different out of the park. That's not.
Here's the thing: it's going to be a lot of the same because there's going to be like a lot of versions of the same thing. It's going to like you're going to have like Russian nesting fucking Rocky Horrors because it's going to be like a big one, a medium one, and a little one of the same thing all the way around.
I'm just going to come dressed as Rocky.
More big ones.
Are you just rocking the gold Speedo and
Just
that's
gold
it?
Speedo.
Yep.
Boom. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what? I unfortunately can imagine you doing that, and that's kind of hurting my soul right now.
Yeah.
Now, you see, because if I come as Rocky, there's going to be a whole lot of Frankenfooters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no.
And I feel like now you have to do it.
I could think of one specifically that's going to be an issue.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you right now, you're not going to win that struggle. Dude, that's out of your class, your weight class, everybody.
Punching out of my weight class, huh?
Yeah, that would be that'd be a bad day. That's I mean, the problem is like now I got to buy a costume for something else when I already had that one, but what are you going to do?
What one did you have?
Rocky.
Oh, go. No.
That was for different reasons. Unrelated.
So I caught
I already had the costume. It's never mind.
caught a video of somebody playing the NES classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Here
Yeah.
it goes. A lady of preference based on your description last night. The old fucking Outback. Anywho's.
I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, bird dogs. Or walks. Nintendo. Fucking
Bird
Teenage
walks.
Mutant Ninja Turtles. Was watching someone play that shit, and I was like, this is painful watching this as I remember playing it to be.
Yeah.
That is a video game for children, and it is
So
gotta be like
hard.
the most difficult video game ever fucking
Dude,
made.
the swimming ones. Yeah, like I
Level
was
4.
good till the swimming ones, and then
And
I
that
would
was
just
the
I would reset
one-
it.
that was right before the Ninja Turtle, where you have to fucking defuse all the the fucking turtle van.
Yeah.
Yep.
You defuse all. I never made it there on my own.
Oh no.
My stepbrother would get me there, and then not give the controller back. And
Yeah.
like, I get to see it, man.
We'll diffuse all the bombs. I was watching a video about like the hardest NES games that were released, and I think that's
so many of them.
that was
were
like
hard.
number 3. There was one called Mylon's Secret Castle that was you only got one life,
Oh,
and it was like 14 levels, and it was a puzzle platformer. And if you died, right back to the beginning. Sorry, sucker.
The roughest thing, like the most evil part about the Ninja Turtle game, was if you defeated the enemies and then you moved forward and you walked backward, they would just respawn there again.
Yeah.
It'd be
You
like,
came back too far.
yeah, you like accidentally, just move too far to the left side of your screen, or you see after you cross over, there's a pizza above you, and you're like, I'm gonna go get that. I killed all these guys and I only have 1 health left, and you fucking it scrolls over, everything's back, and you're like, oh no,
Shit.
But like this guy's obviously a fucking pro playing this game. Makes every move right and still can't get through it without taking damage.
Really?
You know what I mean? Like there is just no doing it.
I've never seen that game on Games Done Quick.
I don't think you're ever gonna.
I don't
There's
think
so
it is.
much.
Yeah.
There's so much walking in between. Like you come out of the sewer and then you walk and you go back into the sewer. You come out and you go back down. And I'm like watching this guy do all this shit, and I'm like, why not just walk to the end manhole cover? Like for the most part, they're all open. I don't
Just
know.
walk around.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't in the script.
And
That's
like
pretty much it.
all of the fucking levels look the same, and all of the bad guys are the same, and none of them have anything to do with the Ninja Turtles except for like the bosses.
Yeah, there aren't any foot soldiers.
No, there's like a guy with a fucking boomerang, and then there's these flying alien wasp looking things.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And it's like none of this had anything to do with it. They were just like,
What can we make up?
I think what they did was they probably were like, hey, can you make us a game? And they're like, yeah, we scrapped this game. Let's just use these fucking things that we were going to use from this game and put a turtle skin on it.
I think it was Mario that was originally supposed to be something else, right?
Yes.
Yeah, what was it supposed to be? And they couldn't get the copyright on it.
Well, no. So the original Mario, Donkey Kong. is where
Donkey Kong.
Mario came
They call
from.
him Hammerman or something like
Yeah,
that.
and there was something that was
He was originally a carpenter.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was something different. But that's like do you remember Super Mario Brothers 2 for the NES?
Yeah.
That wasn't a Mario game.
Right.
That was some kind of weird like Japanese game that they were just like, you know
Reskin it and
what? Fuck
go.
it, reskin it with
Yeah.
Mario.
And maybe that's what I'm thinking of instead, because Chris said she's like you. She'd rather sit at a table and play games with people in person.
What's up, Keith Kilburn?
Mr.
That is
Kilburn.
like the biggest atrocity of video games is that split screen has gone away.
Yeah, split screen, hitting people.
Couch
Exactly.
Quit screen raping. Quit screen raping.
Look at you're punching your buddy for
Yeah.
looking at your screen while you guys are playing GoldenEye.
Look, it was a legit tactic to like at a critical moment reach over and smack the controller out of their hand. Like,
Yeah.
like, that was a
You
legit
ever
way to
see
win.
the pictures of like people using a pizza box to split
Yeah,
the screen
yeah.
and like one guy be underneath of it and one guy over top of it? That's pretty good. But here's the thing, man. Like once you gain so much familiarity, there's no not using your peripherals.
Oh yeah, no.
You could tell by the color, be like, I know where you are. You're fucked.
That was the best thing
Right.
about Bond.
Yeah, when you were at the facility, you walked down that
Exactly.
one hallway and it had that yellow light in
You're
it.
like, okay, I know
The
where he's
second
at.
you caught that yellow light out of the corner of your eye, because when you turned around, the other hallway was lit up blue.
And then
Yep.
you just start swinging the grenade launcher into the fucking through the wall.
Yep.
Kill people through the wall. Fucking
Did you
No
ever play
problem.
prox mines only?
yeah.
And then you limit it to 5 prox mines per person.
Oh no.
So like you can't just like line it up. You got to like one here, one here, one here. But then if everybody barricades, what
You
do
have to
do?
have one to throw.
Yeah.
I liked remote mines.
Yeah.
Chuck them and explode them in the fucking air.
Yeah.
Me, my buddy Chad, my buddy Scott, my buddy Jimmy, like 4 months ago, we all went to my buddy Scott's house and we played Nintendo
Late.
64 all night.
Yeah.
We played GoldenEye. We played the WCW versus NWO Revenge. Loved that game.
Dude, Sting was
Loved that
so
game.
overpowered and broken in that. It was so fun.
That
I never
game-
got into wrestling. All of my wrestling knowledge is from that game. That's it.
Yep.
That game is single-handedly responsible for destroying like 99% of the joysticks out there because they made the terrible decision to put them in that little hexagon,
Yeah.
right? So when you roll it, it'd click into the fucking
Yep.
positions. And the key dynamic to that game for grappling was fucking rolling that thing around. And that just destroyed the fucking controllers.
Dude, I'm telling, that was one of my favorite
That one,
games.
dude, and I don't ever hear anybody talk about it either. And I was like,
Oh,
it was
dude.
it was spot on.
WCW versus NWO Revenge, man.
My favorite that no one
best
talks
wrestling
about
game.
was Battle Tanks. Did you ever play that game?
Yes.
That was a
feel like I
dope
did.
fucking
Battle
game,
Tanks was
dude.
pretty good.
It was a
don't
you were
remember it.
tanks and you could choose your size, and every time you respawned, you I think could choose the size of your tank. So there's a little itty bitty one with no firepower and no shielding, but it's super fucking
Yeah, but
fast.
it went like 100 miles an
It
hour.
was so fast. And then there's the big Goliath tanks that can take a lot of damage and do a lot of damage, but it was slow and a lot of time in between your shots. But the coolest thing, dude, was that shooting or driving through stuff would destroy the city. And there'd be upgrade weapons, missiles and shit whenever you do it. And eventually, fucking, if you ran over it, there was a nuke hidden somewhere in the fucking game. And if you fucking got the nuke, you get like a 10-second countdown and it would blow up the whole level. You'd both die, and whoever had more kills would win. That was a fucking awesome mechanic. Because you'd be like, I almost got you. And then you're, you're like, fuck.
Game over.
Fuck yeah, dude.
No,
And then-
the best game of all times, Worms.
Yes.
Worms wins
Wait.
everything.
Oh my God,
Does it
Worms
look
is
good?
such a good
I never
game.
played it, but it looked good. It
The
did.
mechanics of it seem so simple, and it seems like such an easy game. First off, the one video game that you pretty much can't play intoxicated. Like you have to be somewhat sober for that. And that's one where my brother and I would end up battling more with each other than we did with the game. Like that had a ton of wrestling matches out of it.
feel like this is fucking Chichingo's favorite episode. Retro video game.
my God, all my friends, we used to play Worms. We would do like hot seat. We'd do it on my computer, and there'd be like 8 of us, and we'd all be standing around, and you'd have like a counter between turns, and it would be 10 seconds. You'd have to get up out of the chair. Your buddy'd sit down in the chair. He'd take his turn. Dude, I must.
A lot of sprained ankles playing that
That's
game.
probably one of my most played games. Is some version of Worms, and I was so good at that game. I could throw a grenade in your back pocket.
I was like that with
That's where my elbow voice came from.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
PC, Half-Life 2. So fucking, I played once with my brother a lot, and he like fucking almost rage quit by throwing his PC across the room because I'd play that game all the time, and that was a server-based game where you would select your server based on how many people was in it or whatever, but there was rules on the servers, right?
Right.
And so like I'd pick a server that I'd like, and I'd wait for people to show up, and I'd be in the it's called the kill box or something. And there's a catwalk. It goes 3/4 of the way around. Well, there's these explosive barrels everywhere that regenerate. I'd grab the gravity gun, shoot it up into the air, and quick switch over to the crossbow, which had a molten metal one-shot, one-kill bolt. Took a long time to reload. But I'd skeet shoot these fucking barrels out of the fucking sky while I wait for people to fucking come play, right?
Okay.
And so he plays with me one time. I killed him a couple of times real quick. He spawns up on the catwalk, which is like 4 levels high, and he fucking runs to the edge, and he's about to run out of room, so I know he's going to jump off. So he jumps off, and he falls about 5 feet, and I fucking bolted him to the wall with a crossbow bolt between the fucking eyes.
That was
He's
game
like,
over
"You're
for him."
fucking cheating. I'm like, no, bro, I just don't fucking have a life, man. Like, I
this
sit
is
in this
my
room a
game.
lot. This is my kingdom. I had one more I wanted to throw out for N64. Oh, Army Men 3D.
Oh my God.
I had that one for PC.
Jesus, was that a good game?
I tried playing that on a 1080 projector TV, and I didn't know what anything was.
Oh,
Like
really?
it didn't convert over well, and so it was like here's a green blur and here's a tan blur, and they shot smaller blurs. But like you'd be walking and it'd be like, is that a tree or is it a building? I don't know what the fuck it is, and it just starts shooting you, and you'd be like,
Son of a bitch.
guess that was a dude.
I would love playing that game. You'd get the flamethrower and you'd hit somebody with the flamethrower and their army man would melt.
Wasn't that the first game that like had the concept of playing in the house like the giant bathroom or the giant kitchen?
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's like what was the
Tiny soldiers.
no, but what
that
was
movie?
the online game that everybody played that the game engine Unreal Tournament?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Bro, everybody took that shit to fucking another level on
Oh,
Unreal
yeah. Yes.
Tournament.
That another one of my favorite games is Unreal Tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I remember that for the original PlayStation one, but I don't think I ever really played it. Like it had like the little. There was a couple Unreal games that were different things, and I don't remember which one we played. But my brother and I would play one of them all the time.
Was that game just a test game for the engine?
I have no idea.
well,
Because
Unreal Engine's open source.
Yeah.
So everybody would just make anything they wanted, and you could mod everything. So
But
any game made on the engine was made to be like that. And I mean, Unreal Engine's still badass.
I know,
out
but
there,
what I'm
yeah.
saying is, I think the company that made the engine made that game as a test for the engine. So, like every version of that was them just testing the new game.
Yeah, we need I can't believe I'm going to say
Seth
this, but
Jones?
we need another level of nerd beyond Jason, I think, to answer that one.
Somebody with the Googles. hey, he's calling your name, Seneca. What the fuck?
Wow.
God damn, you're demoted.
Well, I mean, they could have just stayed home and watched it, but they came here to hang out with each other. So
That's right. Hey, man,
Makes
cuddles.
sense to me.
Everybody loves cuddles, you know?
Snuggle time.
45 minutes. Let's find
I
out
was
what's
going
in
to
the
say,
news.
let's do the news.
It's time for the Cigar News, brought to you by Tom's Penworks. As a cigar smoker, you appreciate luxury. And as a premium cigar smoker, you appreciate handmade craftsmanship. And as a customer of Tom's Penworks, you'll appreciate the selection of custom-made, limited production items that you can show off to your friends. From handmade pens, pencils, bottle openers, cigar cases, and now custom rings, Tom will create something special for you or your loved one. Find him on the web at etsy.com/shop/Tom's Penworks. And as always, you can find the link in the description for this episode.
Number one, and Seth Jones's favorite. Notice I pick up my back clip this
I did.
time. I need a clipboard, apparently. Fiero Ortega has announced the release of its annual limited edition pair of cigars, the Elegancia. Elegancia. I don't know why I want to put the N first.
Elegancia. Yeah.
Elegancia. The Witch in the Wardrobe, and the Generoso for 2023. Like the previous releases, both cigars are offered in a 6x50 Toro size, presented in a custom handmade travel humidor consisting of 10 cigars. I wonder if they have the humidors in stock. Humidors are preloaded with
You're not
control
salty at all.
Control packs in the lower compartment of the humidor to ensure the cigars are properly maintained after purchase. The humidors also feature smart packaging technology to provide customers with additional information regarding the blends via NFC chip. The tobacco components of the Elegancia and the Generoso remain similar. The Fiero Ortega Elegancia is produced by the Quesada family at their facility in Licey, Dominican Republic. Wash your hair twice if you're in that area of the DR. The blend features an Ecuadorian wrapper over Dominican binder and fillers from Nicaragua and the Dominican Republic. The Diesel Sideshow Sampler is back and now shipping to customers. The Sideshow was first released in 2022, and the same sampler returns for 2023. Contains 7 limited edition cigars of the Diesel Unlimited blend and 7 artisan-style Vitolas. The blend features an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper over San Andreas binder and Nicaraguan filler tobaccos from Esteli and Condega. Production comes from Tabacalera AJ Fernandez, de Nicaragua SA. What's the SA for?
San Antonio.
Somehow I don't think that's accurate.
I don't know. I knew this at one point, but
Sure you did. United Cigars has announced it's re-releasing the Wise Band and Bandolero Firecrackers. The company says both cigars are ready to ship to retailers. And finally, our boy Mickey Peg of All Saint Cigars has announced it'll begin shipping new batch of limited edition cigars, the Salamante, on October 4th. the Feast of St. Francis. It's the first time in nearly 4 years the company has released the cigar. The All Saints Salamanca was first previewed at the 23 PCA trade show. Couldn't have been first time if it was around 4 years ago.
Yeah, I was
but
reading
all right.
that myself.
Doesn't track. The blend features an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper over Nicaraguan binder and a combination of Nicaraguan and Honduran filler tobaccos. It comes in one size of 5x58 Parejo. The cigars are presented in 23 count boxes. That's a fucking interesting number right there. The release of the Salamanca is meant to tie in with the 4-year anniversary of All Saints Cigars, which happens to be All Saints Day.
Ooh.
November 1st, 2023. That's the day they opened the company up. Terrible fucking sequel, though.
Yeah.
Awful sequel.
Yes, it was fucking horrible.
Just really weird, man. Like, the first movie, great. Had some uncomfortable parts in it. Like, I don't ever need to see, what's his fucking name?
Willem Dafoe.
Dressed in drag ever
Yeah.
again. There was something about him that was the ugliest pretty girl I've ever seen in my life. Something about the cheekbones. I don't
Cuddle.
know. What?
Cuddle. Sorry. Don't. I'm not going any further into that scene because we'll be canceled.
Okay.
Come on, let's cuddle.
Oh, I'm with you.
Cuddle.
I'm with you. Yeah, you can't say anymore.
No. That is.
But
no
I
longer
love the
allowed.
way that he just smacks the shit
Just
out of him like 18 times.
Yeah.
What is the symbology there?
Symbology. I was symbolism.
Symbolism. That was the first time we actually saw the Green Goblin. Symbolism. I think that was his whole basis for that character. Fucking good times.
Seth Jones said he's never had one of the smart chip boxes actually work. I have no idea who even has them. Like, have you messed with a smart chip box at all?
No, I always manage to get in. The chips always lose.
No, but this cigar is getting
It's picking up.
Yeah, it's
Pungent.
delicious. And I would say, like, as a first cigar of the day, it's phenomenal.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
it-
guessing Lee's gone. But I'm curious. So you're already fucking batting for that team. I'm sure you're drinking black coffee,
Oh yeah.
and you like it.
Oh yeah.
This feels like to me, it would be like a heavily creamed but lightly sweetened coffee. So not like a straight Cuban coffee, but like a light tasting.
I can see where you're going with that. Like,
What was the one that they always did the commercials for in the 90s that was the instant stuff that you mixed in? Cafe something, I think they called it.
Nescafe.
Yeah, that like, I never drank that, but the way I imagine that tasting would go great with this cigar.
Yeah, like
I
a.
can't. I'm just making sure you didn't.
So
throw down.
there were a couple guys that I worked with down in Texas
Down on the
who did
corner,
like the Cuban coffee.
in the streets.
It was like super strong,
Super sweet.
super sweet.
Mhm.
And that you couldn't drink a lot of it, but that would go great with
You
this.
couldn't.
I like that I bust out the bottle of Liberty Pool bourbon cream and eyes got big over there. Like, oh.
Yeah, but
yes,
to be
please.
fair,
To be fair.
you could have pulled out any poll and they would have got excited.
That was lowbrow even for us, bud. That
I
was-
mean, it's eye
that
level
was-
for me though.
that was
A little late burn on that one. It's like the retro on this cigar. Fucking nothing. And then, oh, there it is.
I was just one of my favorite Letterkenny cold opens I was watching yesterday. It was the one where they're talking about the two of them, where they're talking about wrestlers, where they just making all the wrestler puns,
yeah.
and then the other one where they're talking about naming animals.
Yeah.
Man, that show
Is amazing.
is really good. But for me personally, it's like 75%. But that 25% is a slog for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I know you like it because it's like the hockey locker room scenes, like where every guy says the same thing over and over again to fucking one of the other three people. And like, I get it,
Boomtown.
dude. That shit was funny the first couple of times for me, but after a while, I'm like, all right, this shit.
Yesterday, I experienced that yesterday because it was the one where So he goes into the bathroom, and there's a guy in the bathroom, and he's like,
The
hey,
toilet.
yeah, the
I know
toilet.
that scene,
Yep.
and it's
He's
obnoxious.
like, there's poop outside of the
The
toilet. And he
toilet.
goes, what? And he goes, I said, there's poop outside of the toilet.
It's the way he says it.
Yeah.
Toilet.
Well, then they
Just
go
Jason
through
Cigar.
that entire scene.
and then McMurray walks
and then
in. and he
McMurray
does
walks
it.
in, and they do the exact same thing.
There's
again.
even some. Yeah, but look, you're smiling and you're talking about it, which means they accomplished it.
Yeah.
No, we had. I mean, you were here last night. There was 4 customers, and I was like, especially the
They
one woman.
were
She is all
Letterkenny.
about Letterkenny.
The one chick looked like the lady from X-Men Origins Wolverine, and nobody knew who I was talking
Yeah,
about.
no,
I'm
we had no
hoping that
idea.
you'd be like, oh, okay.
You mean Lady Deathstrike?
No. She was
He
the
got
love
real
interest
excited.
that he thought was dead.
The what?
Like the kindergarten teacher that he's with in the beginning of the movie, and she ends up like
You're thinking about
misleading
the.
him for the sister. The Origins Wolverine,
Right.
The fucking terrible one.
Yeah.
No, nothing.
Yeah, no, but no, it was just so fun because, especially because I told Josh that he was, that truck's that's had a hard
Holy
life.
beater, bro.
Yeah, but Josh was, I was like, you're McMurray, and then it was some of the best, just most embarrassing McMurray scenes all came up right after, and you know it's love when she's like, yeah, I'll be Mrs. McMurray. Are you, dude? You go blow like you all right there? You gonna make it? You just, it's like.
Does
Pretty
that
consistent.
mean she'd have to hang on Wayne's nuts the whole night?
No, Mrs. McMurray doesn't generally. She just makes offers at.
I mean, well, the indication is that they're like pineapplers, right?
It's not an indication. It's straight up.
Okay.
It's like they
Well, there
say
was-
it often.
In the beginning, it felt to me before like that became clear,
Mhm.
like she was just trying to get all up on Wayne all the time. But I realized like later on that it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
no,
think it
that's
was
a
like
thing.
the fucking hot tub one where
Yeah, where
everyone slowly
they
leaves
invited
the hot tub.
everybody in. And it's like, I have a dart. I'd have a dart.
Jason, this chick.
Yeah, that would be the female that he's referring to. Right. You did the same face we all did. Like, wait, what? Like, how do you remember that one? But
Dude, I just do that with everybody. Like, new person, I'm like, okay, what character are you to me? Actor, actress?
fucking Seneca, does Jason need a paramedic? I'll call one and go wait outside. What the fuck?
Oh, damn.
Oh, has modern medicine found a cure for sneezing? Sorry, I got a text message at the same time and just
I was
completely
going to say a
distracted me.
cure for brain farts.
No, the text message popped up and I don't know why, but I just stopped and read it. Like, so that was nice. That was
Fucking old
interesting.
burgundy.
Seth, the silly sausage has not made it here yet.
It has not made its appearance.
No, I thought about that today. I should put it in the truck to
One of
bring
these
it
days.
next. Like when I go home, I should put it in the truck to bring it next time. But what if we like did a pasta version? What if it was the fusilli sausage?
The fusilli sausage.
Fusilli, right? Fusilli.
Speaking of
Fusilli
pasta,
Jerry.
I
One in a
made.
million, Doc.
Did I
You
make
haven't got there yet.
Mm-mm.
Fusilli Jerry.
I don't know.
Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not a Seinfeld guy.
No.
Yeah, what were you
Corkscrew
going to say?
pasta.
I made bougie cheese sticks the other day.
Okay.
They were stuffed manicotti.
Oh, did you do it?
I did stuffed manicotti, and then I breaded the stuffed manicotti and fried them.
Did you use marinara to attach the breading?
No, no. I did.
I
I
wanted
did
to
like
try.
flour, egg wash,
Yeah.
breadcrumbs, and then fried it, and then put marinara over top of it.
Yeah.
Dude, it was.
I saw that on a reel
good.
somebody made. That and somebody who did hot dogs and spaghetti. So they took the spaghetti and stabbed it in the hot dogs in a line.
I've seen
And then
that.
boiled it and then rolled them up.
It's kind of
and then
terrifying.
they fried it.
Oh yeah. that's
Or
better.
they fried it. They bacon wrapped it and then fried it. But I was like, yes, please. Just very much yes, please. I feel like do all of that and then put it inside of like a I can't remember the name of that, like a banana pepper. Slide it in the banana pepper and then put that under marinade. Like just keep layering the deliciousness.
There is a.
It's like the Italian turducken.
yeah, Italian.
There's a food channel I watch. It's called Guga Foods.
Guga Foods.
Guga Foods, and he does like dry aging experiments.
Dude, you ever see the guy that butter aged the steak? Sorry.
That's him.
Yeah,
that's him.
Fucking, I want that so bad. This fucking steak slab comes out looking like fucking gelatin.
Oh God,
it's so soft.
Yeah, he'll like dry age steaks and like weird shit, but like he'll make sides with all of his things. And what I made the other day was one of the sides.
One of his.
Yeah.
The butter aged steak is genius because of the fact that it's in the butter, you don't lose any meat because it doesn't have any contact with the air.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So there's no decomposition on the fucking meat.
The steaks he did with that side, he sous vide them
Mm.
in Italian dressing.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
okay.
No,
They loved it.
For me, Italian dressing goes with pork and chicken, not with.
They loved it.
You don't know until you do
Yeah,
it.
I would give it a shot, but I don't know.
The vinegar would break down the fucking meat super tender.
They sous vide it.
Has anyone ever done the one like I seen one the other day? It was one of the best looking. There's a couple of sides. I saved one, but fucking corn on the cob in a pot full of butter with jalapenos in it.
Oh
No,
I was
it's
like,
not.
holy fucking shit.
I can't afford that much butter.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
That's
I was
a
like,
lot of
I was
butter.
like, I would have to like put that butter in a fucking jug and put it back in the fridge for sure.
Well, no, actually, no. That's a really good idea. Is do that. Have the jalapenos cooking in there with it, and then you'd have jalapeno butter for like your toast and stuff like that forever. Yeah. Okay. Now all of a sudden it's efficient.
Or to age your steak in,
Yeah.
and then to do your thing afterward, because then you're fucking aging your
I
steak.
feel like
in
once you
fucking
had the
jalapeno
raw
butter.
meat in there,
No,
I wouldn't want to use it after.
You're putting bacteria
Yeah,
on the.
that's true.
That would be,
That's
but like
true.
finish, like do your corn on the cob,
That's true.
use some of it
Well,
for
you're
some
gonna
toast,
boil
and then
it again.
yeah, but I feel like
It's
that's
not gonna. You're not.
It's not going to be great.
It's never
The
gonna
the
be
temperature
same.
you'd have to get it to kill the bacteria would burn the butter.
Dude, I feel like
Burn the butter.
I feel like doing
It sounds like a global
a
movement.
leg of lamb in the butter aging though, and let it sit in there for a little while, and then pull it out and put it in a salt brine or a salt block and bake it. Ooh.
Dude, South America has absolutely ruined me for lamb.
Yes, it had.
Really?
Well, it just ruined
Yeah,
you.
it's ruined me for lamb. The lamb I had down in South America tastes absolutely nothing like the lamb you'd get here, and I can't eat it here now. It tastes completely different. Down there, it was like
Butter.
yeah.
Next time I get invited to a cookout and I have no idea what to bring because I usually make meat.
Take your wife.
I don't do sides
Oh.
well. So I seen this and I saved it for that purpose. Jalapeno popper potato salad.
That I have made.
That sounds fucking so
is
good, dude.
Jalapeno popper potato salad.
It's got
It's
bacon
really good.
and fucking
That-
cheese. And,
that looks
and-
incredible.
Yeah, that's
It
one
just
we've
looks
done.
so fucking good, dude.
Yeah, that's next level.
All right, we've gone from fucking 90s nerds to fat kids.
No, we've gone from 90s nerds to dads. We're talking about food. And
Can I
like,
tie the two together?
You're gonna say Blackstone, aren't you?
No.
Okay.
No. There was a commercial. It was like a joke commercial on like a kid's show. Or maybe, no, it was just like a thing making fun of commercials, like to try to get people to eat fucking better.
Yeah.
And it was a fake food called gopher cakes. And I never wanted a snack so bad in my life. And when I found out they didn't exist, I was so disappointed. Because like it was, just essentially picking on the commercials for encouraging gluttony.
Yeah.
It's like open wide, stuff your face. There's always room for more gopher cakes. Eat them with every load. Eat gopher cakes till you explode.
That reminds me of have you ever seen the commercial where it was back in the day, what the hell's the drink in the pouch? Capri Suns.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a knock on the Capri Sun commercial where all the kids turned into like blobs of liquid metal and were flying around. And then they came back into the house
reconjoined.
and they reconjoined and they were all three in one kid.
I
and
felt
it,
like that was like a robot chicken
yeah,
or
it
some
turned
shit.
into like this horror commercial. The mother was like, "Oh my god!" They pull out a flamethrower, and the big conglomeration of kids is like, "Kill me!"
Yeah, it's
I
like
think I did see
the episode of of Futurama where it's like the conglomerate, once known as the Dixie Chicks, and they're just like a fucking blob of flesh with limbs sticking out of it and shit. And they're like, "Please kill us. Please let us go."
Nah,
Have I mentioned how much these chairs suck?
Yes.
Couple
Yes, you have.
times.
Yeah.
Not on air.
Yeah,
today.
that's true. That's true.
Today.
At least today. I don't know about.
But the crazy part is this table gets more use than pretty much any furniture in here.
Because it's a high table.
It is, yeah.
It is more conducive to.
It is the high Claire table.
I don't know. I don't want to say it's more conducive to conversation, but this is like right out in the middle of everything, and it's. I don't know. It's a high traffic area.
Yeah.
It's a high table.
Yeah. It amuses me that the most uncomfortable seats that is where everybody ends up. And people will be sitting here and they'll be like, we'll be chatting. I'll be like, hey, can we go to like something with padding? And they'll be like, oh yeah. And you can see like they suddenly realize that they're uncomfortable. And I'm like, okay, let's go.
If I've learned anything from Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, it's you need to have the high ground. So I'm constantly
ground really
looking
that important?
for vertical superiority
Listen,
because I so rarely have it.
I mean, well, but okay, we're in Star Wars for a minute. But didn't he destroy Darth Maul, who had the high ground?
Yes, but
the high ground doesn't matter.
He was surprised.
I mean, I feel like all
was
Darth
surprised.
Maul had to do is take the Force and just like take his lightsaber down and just pull it back up.
there's some fucking
Like, there's no
'Cause-
reason. Like,
No.
they do so good on like keeping things kind of good on that stuff, and that was like, no, that one's terrible.
well, but here's the thing:
Like, stand there and use the Force, just like peel his fingers back. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like,
yeah, for sure. He was toying with him a little too much. Absolutely. But I think you could say Anakin and Obi-Wan knew each other well enough to fucking know that have practice fought enough to know whoever has the high ground always wins, and you could draw from that. But one of my favorite memes ever is whenever Luke's down in the fucking hole in the fucking carbonite chamber, and then he fucking pops out and shit,
Yeah.
and Vader's like, "But I had the high ground."
But I had the high ground.
And then there's one where fucking like they make Luke say it, and Luke's like, "I have the high ground," and he's like, "Not this shit again."
My favorite reels lately have been the ones where they use "Still Standing," the song "Still Standing." But there's like a metal version of it. And like the one is where Darth Vader, the opening scene where he's coming through, just like messing everybody up, and it's "I'm still," and then it fades back, and it's two people watching it on the console in one of the bad guys' ships, and
Fair enough.
it's just him just like jacking them up, and they're sitting there just hanging out watching this video.
So Seth Jones says, look up Aubrey Plaza's spoof commercial about wood milk. I would watch Aubrey Plaza do anything.
I have no idea who that is.
No? Parks and Rec? Like
Is
you
she
never
the-
even saw the
Is
clips?
she the one that
The
helps
brunette-
out Ron Burger? Or,
No,
Ron
that's
Swanson all time?
the like weird peppy blonde girl. This is the black-haired chick that's like, why you gotta be so awkward,
Yeah,
bud?
that's the one that's with Ron all the time.
She could be too. Yeah, I don't know.
She's
Fuck
the
it.
one that's always like real stoic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know who it is.
And she's dude, you got to watch her on every talk show because she just pones every fucking host ever and makes them super uncomfortable. Like she's fantastic. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. And here is where I kind of side with Corey. Because if I had a little
You okay?
relax, if
You
I
all
had
right?
if I had a little bit more computing power, I could put the video of that up on the broadcast right now live.
Which one?
The wood milk.
Oh, okay. You could anyways.
I could
Yeah,
anyway,
you
but
could.
it's
chugging.
it's chugging a little
Really?
bit.
I've done that shit. I never had problems,
Yeah.
but I certainly don't want to fuck with it either.
Yeah, don't.
you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no, no, no.
Don't challenge it.
Right.
This is not a.
Yeah, it depends on what mode you're into. If you're in
Mhm.
turbo or silent or whatever. If you're in turbo.
I don't turn it out of turbo mode anymore
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I don't need to.
Yeah, because it used to be a volume issue because it was
Right.
so close to
Right.
my microphone and shit.
However, I've figured out several of the settings on this board to where
in my mind, it was a fucking Blue Chew commercial. It's like, I don't ever take it out of turbo mode anymore.
he was in his own little mind
I
there,
always am.
Sam, just off on his own shit. So I've figured out the board enough to where I can pull a lot of the background noise out of the production now.
Nice. Yeah, because that thing running behind us the whole time.
You don't hear it.
Yeah. We used to, though, is what I was getting at. Like, it used to be just a real dull, but a hum that existed.
Yeah. So what I've been doing is I pay a lot of attention to the clipping bar.
Okay.
And like when you guys don't talk, there's nothing there.
Nice.
Yeah.
And when I don't talk, there's nothing there.
So there's always something there because somebody's always talking.
Well, I'm saying there's not a lot of background noise bleeding in to what's going on.
I mean, that is the purpose of a podcast, isn't it? Isn't dead air the enemy?
Not necessarily. You're allowed to breathe. It's allowed to happen.
I don't know.
Jeff's over there dying.
That's why I'm laughing, is because I said it and he went and I looked at his face and he just kind of scrunched up and started giggling.
You say that, but every time I stop talking, everybody gets uncomfortable because
we're not used to it.
Well, no, it's because you're wondering what I'm lining up for.
Right, that would be it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the times I really get nervous is when Coralejo's involved also. When you get quiet and Coralejo's involved and I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen.
I did that last night and you were too distracted to pick up on it. Because fucking I was like sitting there and I'm like, I'm going to wait for him to look at me and then I'm going to give him the look and I'm going to drink my drink.
Oh, no.
But he didn't pick up.
Oh,
what did I miss last night?
I've been drinking.
He stopped by the shop. We had a good crowd. There's probably, at one point, there's probably 25 people here last night. There was people everywhere.
Lots of pizza,
Oh, right
puppies.
on.
Yeah.
That was good.
So I've stepped up. Like I used to do shots of Coralejo. Now I have I just take a rocks glass and generally I fill it about halfway. I've determined is the ideal size shot for me.
So before you were a baby alcoholic, now you're just...
Yeah, but like I still don't leave drunk. I just what I do is I go big to get here fast.
It's
maintain that for a little bit
drinking.
and then drop down.
It has
Never hit drunk though.
No,
hit.
never drunk. Never.
No,
never.
like not when I'm out. I don't hit.
Oh
drunk.
yeah, no, I know.
Like I float it.
I'll be nervous
high
when you're
buzz.
walking around drinking your Coralejo in a coffee cup. That's when you know you've reached like full pinnacle.
Here's why I'm safe is because I don't like the feeling of being drunk. Like I like buzzed, drunk. Not a good
Buzz
feel
driving
for
is
me.
drunk driving. Haven't you seen the billboards?
Yeah, but I wait until the buzz goes away before I drive.
Impairment starts at the first drink.
I've been impaired my whole life, buddy.
Well, I feel like this
can
is like
relate.
turning into an intervention, and we need to stop.
I would really say that, like, of the people in this room, like, I'm probably the safest. Like, especially compared to this guy. How many?
You mean the one who's doing Sober October?
Bro, how many times have you looked at him and gone, I don't know if he should be fucking driving home?
there have been plenty of times where people
But
looked
I've
at
only
me.
been with him drinking like 2 times.
That's fair.
Been
Because
like,
usually
I don't
when
know if
I
he
see
should
him
be
that way-
walking.
Dude, the last time we were at Leaning House, I was like, oof. I don't know, dude. You should probably fucking hang out with Jeff on the couch for a while downstairs. At least he has the good sense to just fucking walk into the floor.
That's all. That's always my favorite thing at Leaning House is seeing who the first one to be like couch and just like go is, because sometimes one person goes to the couch and then everybody goes and sits around this sleeping person in the house, and I'm like, why are we in here? Like, this is awkward as hell.
I'm gonna start leaving Sharpies down there. See what happens.
No. That's no fun.
We
We
look
used
too
to have a
old for the
rule when we were
Sharpies.
partying and stuff. If you took your shoes off, nobody could fuck with you.
Oh,
Like if you took the time to take your shoes off, no, don't bother them. If you pass out with your shoes on, though, fair game.
Oh no,
'Cause
that's
we did a
a
lot-
decent rule.
Yeah, we did a lot of bonfire parties and stuff like that, especially, because you're outside. So, all right, if he goes to his bedroll and actually like takes his shoes off and gets in his bedroll, he's done. Leave him alone. But
I'd be the guy who walked around barefoot.
yeah, and there was a lot of those. There was a lot of those that would show up to parties and be like, "Hold on,
that doesn't count.
let's go." Oh yeah, it did.
Ah, that's some bullshit. I guess it'd be funny watching him step on shit all fucking night.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right, you get some enjoyment out of it.
One of
Like,
the
I don't know. We need some super washable Sharpie markers. So we're like,
Crayola makes those.
nah, those aren't like they're not as washable as they say. Like it takes a couple of washings, you know what I mean? But like it'd be better if you could really go nuts and fucking paint somebody's face up with shit.
Lipstick.
And there you that's not bad.
Lipstick.
Face paint.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
at that point, if we're prepping for it, like face paint, like, let's just get at
I'm
it.
just gonna always
Pitter
roll
patter.
around with like one of
Paint-
those fucking military camo compacts where you pull it out and have the colors. And just fucking start.
No, paint
But
sticks.
it won't have the staying power either, because if you do one of these, they're gonna fuck up your masterpiece. You know.
So
Yeah.
then you need an actual Sharpie, which won't come off. Like
I-
it's
that's
either
a-
it's either going
What
or
I'm,
it's not.
what I'm saying
Well,
is,
no, lipstick. It doesn't come off for like that's the advertisement, right?
Yeah.
The Cover Girl or whatever
Oh.
lipstick it is for the week.
Easy breezy, beautiful, baby.
Cover Girl.
maybe it's me. No, her. Maybe born with
Maybe
it.
she's born with it.
That's the one.
Maybe
yeah.
it's Maybelline.
Yeah,
Maybe it's
I can't even
Maybelline.
finish now. 'cause
All right,
it's fucking too
Maybelline,
chunky.
the
Bro,
cigar
I don't feel like
junkies
you
at gmail.com.
ever the one not finishing first.
That's actually. I can't.
He's like, I'm not.
That's fucked up.
Snag.
That's fucked up. You put me in the only cage that you knew would hold me.
I know.
Motherfucker. You're like, there's two options here. Either he will have to stay silent,
Uh-huh.
or fucking the repercussions
Or
will
gonna
be
be
fucking
severe.
endless. Yeah. It's like, fuck you.
Oh, you know, sometimes I enjoy this show. Sometimes I really enjoy this show.
Man, I
I told
thought
you it was going to be a good one.
I thought that was going a completely
I
different
did too.
direction.
I was like, oh no, he's going to make a mistake. And we're going to benefit
I
from
have
it.
better self-control than people give me credit for.
Sometimes, yeah.
No, I really do. If you knew the shit I wanted to do,
Just to be, give me an hour inside your brain.
No.
you wouldn't come back.
Nah, dude, because it'd be like a freaking
Not the same
pinball machine
person.
in there. Ding, 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 ding,
I'd
ding.
I'd come back out with 1,000-yard stare. I'd be like, dude,
I
I'm
didn't
saying
know.
things.
If you were in here for 30 seconds,
I've
you would
seen
hear at least 100 songs.
No, you know what I think it would be like? That Rick and Morty episode where they suck the toxic parts out. Right before that, where they're like, fuck, how do we can't take it in the fuck. And they're just screaming.
Take it in the fuck.
Like, no more.
It would be a combination of that and the Morty's mind blowers where he hits the point of fuck it and he just boom, 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 sticking the things in his helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's just fucking, you'd get battered.
Yeah, I'm good.
Splattered.
I wonder which one of us actually has the most fucked up mind other than
Usually
Jason.
the quietest.
That's why I'm like, I feel like he strikes me as fairly contemplative, but that just might mean he has his crazy under control. Well, that
I mean,
one,
going by
that
that
one right
logic-
now, he's still singing "I'm Still Standing" in his head from 10 minutes ago. So that's,
No. You see, in Ryan Seneca's head, he's dressed up like Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs, and he's putting the fucking chapstick on his face. And
I'd fuck me.
I'd fuck me hard.
I think that's why BGD is so interested in me. Wow, you just broke his fucking.
Yeah, you got him on that. Did it break? Oh, okay.
Oh.
Like from here, there was like a line. I was like, oh,
Oh,
shit, I think
yeah.
you broke.
Yeah, I mean, he just don't want to admit it.
Like Jason
I think
got
that's
him
why
with the-
BGD likes to look at me so much, because he's like, I'd fuck me.
I thought it was because he was looking at his reflection in your head.
Well, I mean, or on my face.
Dude, the best was
Same
you showed
thing.
that picture last night, and even they thought it was
Oh,
you.
yeah, 100%.
A
I
BGD
imagine-
on the nipple.
Oh, okay.
I imagine him at home, like looking at a picture of himself through the wrong side of binoculars to get the scale right.
I feel like you're grossly overestimating how much other people think about you.
It's possible. So if we're talking about the level of fucked up based on how much they show,
All right.
I imagine you are one just the tip toilet paper ply away from sociopath. Like
That's
you
fair.
are this far from fucking Christian Bale.
I'm a high functioning
American
sociopath. I'm not even gonna argue that.
Yeah, I think you're one fucking straw away from.
We're gonna come in with
Where the body-
business cards one day, pass our business cards around.
I could do it now.
Inlaid mother of pearl.
See who just gets the most butt hurt. Like fuck, that one is better.
That one's better.
So elegant.
It's with elegance and grace. It's amazing. I really gotta get business cards made.
Yes, you do.
I am gonna start. I'm gonna start taking pre-orders for just the tip swag. We're gonna do it that way. So I'm gonna start doing pre-orders, set up for it. I'm just trying to finalize the numbers so that I know what it's gonna be.
At least you have a shop to sell it out
Right.
of. for me, it's such a gamble because I don't want to get stuck with shit. But the same thing happens every fucking time is I order stuff and then I keep half of it, take a bath on one or two things and get the value I need to out of a couple other, lose about 40% of my money probably.
But you got the stuff
or
out of it.
recover like 40% of it, I'd say. But then what ultimately happens is every fucking time I'm like distributing the stuff that I ordered. It was like, I want one.
Now I gotta order one more.
And I can't order one more. I've got to order like fucking 20. And by the time I get 20 together, I won't fucking remember.
Yeah. And
you'll still be mad at me.
What?
God bless you.
Oh. Go ahead and do that
That's
while
not a parking spot.
No. Go ahead and do that while he's sneezing.
The whole show?
No,
Every time?
Yeah, do it.
Because it's often. Remember, if you're listening to this, you are the Cigar Junkies, and the show is still going because of your incredible support. We invite you to help us grow the community by liking it, sharing it, and subscribing to the podcast on every platform, man.
Yeah.
Every network.
Yeah, all of it.
All of it.
What do you mean you only voted once?
Right?
You know, yeah, pitter patter.
I thought I wasn't supposed to talk about that.
No.
I see what I did there.
Did you ever see Gangs in New York?
Probably. Was that a Denzel or no?
No.
No, that was the King of New York or some shit.
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio. It was a long movie.
Yeah, I
Cameron
think
Diaz,
I missed it just
DiCaprio.
because of when it came out.
Yeah, that dude, it was fantastic. But the one they're voting, and they're just literally grabbing people like out of their businesses and dragging them to the voting, like to vote. And they're like, "What do you mean you only voted once? I voted 6 times. Come on, let's go.
Yeah,
like, let's go." Just the corruption of it all.
You have a drive-through window?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not operational. So,
yeah, it is. Just
but the
momentarily frozen.
Like, subscribe, share, fucking help us out,
Everywhere.
man. You know,
Everywhere.
you know, if you got grandmas out there and you're setting up their internet connection and their fucking Facebook for them, fucking pop in there.
Yeah,
man.
just throw it on there. She can have notifications.
Yeah, she can find out what Pitter Patter's all about. Lost him.
Yeah, that's all right. Pretty sure I recognize it, so I'm good with it.
Coolio.
Coolio. Why are we doing Coolio?
I don't know.
Okay.
I want to say cool, and the EO came with
I didn't know
it.
if we're like Gangster's Paradise kind of thing.
I mean, Gangs in New York, Gangster's Paradise. Like, there's some fucking ties there.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you ever see Gangs in New York, Jason?
I don't believe so.
Oh, it was awesome.
I don't think so.
It's a good movie. It was pretty awesome. Like, no, it was. I'm trying to think of what his name is. Daniel Day-Lewis, Leonardo DiCaprio, Cameron Diaz. There's a ton of just great ones in that.
Quick poll. Cameron Diaz's hottest movie, like where she was the most attractive.
The one where
You're gonna be
they're
wrong.
sitting in the car and the guy wrecks the motorcycle.
No, that
I
one.
can't remember the name of the movie. I don't think I ever watched the whole movie.
I'll take a pass on this one.
The Mask.
Yeah, I mean that is pretty
She
fantastic.
was fucking smoking hot in that movie.
How hot was she?
Smoking.
Thank you.
Smoking.
Alrighty then, that's a different Jim Carrey, but it applies.
It works.
Hey, Scalesy. Nope, nothing.
Nope.
He's fucking.
He's busy. He's doing things.
You need someone with better peripherals up there, I think, is what's happened. I'm
That's all right.
thirsty.
Yeah.
I was going to send him outside to get me a dew so I could
You'll
do
be
it.
okay. You will survive. Hey.
There's drip.
There's a drip. Just the drip.
I'm parched. Over the coffee machine.
Yep. If I ever get
They make antibiotics
if I
for
ever
that.
get a coffee shop, I'm calling it Just the Drip.
I told you I'm opening one up down here. I'm gonna open a coffee shop up, and
I want to open one right there.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Put a lot of coffee in that motherfucker. Yeah. What if you took the vault and you set it up like fucking Scrooge's money bin, but with just coffee beans in it?
I feel like for a little while it'd be nice and it would smell really good in there, and
It
then
would be
eventually
very
it would be
unhygienic.
extremely gross.
You get
I
nice.
don't know. You know, it could be. You could
'Cause that's
stumble
how-
into something.
That's how you get ants.
You could stumble into something though, because like fucking the French make wine by putting their feet in it. That bacteria is essential. The fucking cats that poop the coffee beans and fucking
Kobe
the people
Loak.
pay all the money for it. Like maybe a little ball sweat is what coffee's really missing.
All right, hold on.
He's gonna go put ball sweat.
Is he gonna go get me the dew? I don't think so. Yeah, I know. I guess Jeff doesn't either.
Oh, what do you got?
You writing this down? Fucking ball sweat coffee? Is that good of an idea?
So
Swamp ass coffee.
we were talking about possibly eventually doing something where we talk about shit that I heard in the shop.
Yeah.
And then like 2 days later, I got 2 really good stories.
Let's hear them.
One,
Here comes the
they
shit
had
from the
to-
shop.
they had to rescue a guy out of a litter box.
Been there.
Just think about that for a moment. He just decided, you know what, I got to go, and somebody's in our single bath, and decided to hover over the litter box to take care of it.
Oh, that's
and
not the
fell in and couldn't get back up.
God almighty.
I had something like
Yeah.
that happen to me when I was like young, but not that. Like, so part of my Saturday chores when I was like, 6 or 7 was I'd sweep down the steps in the hallway because we had 2 sets of wood steps, all wooden floors. So I sweep them down and I wipe them with a rag. So put my bucket at the bottom of the steps as I work my way down, and I just like lost my balance and double somersaulted down the stairs, and my ass landed in the bucket of water.
That's fantastic.
It's pretty good.
I have a better story than that I'll tell you when we're off air.
So the other
forgets.
story that I heard was another gentleman needed rescued. So he had, do you ever see those walkout tubs that has the door that swings open on the tub?
Yes.
Right? So as he was leaving the tub, he fell. And he wedged himself in the space for the door. So much so that they ended up having to cut the tub out because he fell into that slot and slid down, and things were quite a snug fit.
How the fuck do you get stuck like
I
that?
don't know. Like, I don't understand how that's possible. But yeah, no, that was the 2 I heard.
I dig it. I like that you're writing it down.
Yeah.
You're keeping it.
And then last night, I'm ringing a customer up, and the 2 women that were sitting on that couch, I heard bits and pieces of this story, and I'm like, I look over, and I must have gave them an awkward look because they both just bust out laughing, and they were like, when you're done, we'll tell you.
Yeah.
So the one woman's dog sitting for somebody, and
Oh no!
yeah,
Not again.
the Milky Ways.
I was sad. I got that. What?
The Milky Ways.
Oh, they're bad dog sitters. If there's a
Was there
second
another story?
Yeah.
So apparently it's one of those little 5-pound dogs,
Uh-huh.
and it shits in the house. And her and her husband were debating whether or not it was actually gross that the dog shit in the house, because she said, well, they're cute. They're like little Milky Ways. And he's like, yeah, she's not grossed out by them at all. She just goes over and, well, there's that. Takes care of it and washes it. I'm like,
Just picks it up barehanded.
Well, see, that's the thing. There was never
Like,
clarity
not even a
whether or not
fucking
she
paper
really
towel or something.
Well, not like we were having a lot of fun joking around. And with them, I'm not 100% certain that she didn't, but I'm also not 100% certain that she
This
did. So I don't want to say
Far
that that's
less
what happened.
disturbing than the story I heard.
Oh, do tell.
Significantly less. So,
Jeff,
I do not know if this is the same dog, but apparently these people were dog sitting. This dog was brought into their home with duct tape on its tail because the tail was injured, and that was their way of bandaging it or something. So
Okay.
let's back up a few steps. I'm sitting over here. I'm kind of walking back and forth. I'm fucking being charitable with my tequila. I'm having fun eating pizza. And I hear her tail fell off. And I was like, ooh. And I come over. I was like, fuck yeah. How was it attached? And they're like, duct tape. And I'm like, what? Or it's like, oh, it was her tail. And I'm like, what the fuck are we talking about here? Because I'm thinking like one of those, fancy apparatuses that could
Continue.
sometimes
Yep,
have a
yep.
little
Continue.
jolt.
Yep.
Continue.
Yep. We got it.
We're there.
So but that's what I thought I was getting myself into. No. It was very not. And it was like the worst mental position I could come from because I'm like excited. Like, this is going to be a fun story. It's not a fun story. So this dog comes over with the tip of its tail is injured. It's wrapped in duct tape to protect it, apparently. And fucking after a day or two, it starts to change colors. And that portion of the tail just fell off while they were watching this dog.
So that's
How did I miss this story?
Apparently the dog's running around and the tail's going and it's just spreading blood all over the place.
that's terrible.
It's
Dude,
fucking
for
god
them
awful.
and the dog.
For everybody.
I'm
like fucking
Because dogs don't give a shit. They'll be happy wagging that thing.
Yeah. And there's not a lot of feeling back there. So
like fucking somewhere between Bob Ross and Jackson Pollock. Just happy little fucking strokes.
So you guys know that I used to, once upon a time, I was a police officer. So I was working out in East Washington Borough.
Born and raised.
I get a call about stolen jewelry from some well-off people. So I go to take this report, and I'm sitting in their living room, and this woman in her 50s is I'm writing down, okay, this was taken, this was taken, this was taken. They think they knew who did it. So as I'm sitting there, their living room is all hardwood floors, right? And I'm sitting on their couch, which is like one of those clawfoot couches. And then all of a sudden I feel bump on the back of my foot. And I look down, I'm like, what the hell is that? It's a goddamn tortoise. Like a fucking Russian tortoise. This thing was like this big. And I was like,
Was not expecting that.
what in the world? And she looked and she was like, oh, that's so-and-so. And I was like,
It's a
oh,
weird name for a tortoise.
I don't remember the tortoise's name. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. I was like, how long have you had that? She goes, oh, like 15, 20 years we've had it. He just walks around the house. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Where does it go to the bathroom? You know what she said to me? I don't know.
Find out one day.
I was like, wait a minute. You've had this tortoise for 20 years and you don't know where it goes to the bathroom? She says, no. Dude, it doesn't leave anything around. We've never found its droppings or anything like that anywhere. And I'm like,
Don't touch anything in. Don't touch anything. Don't touch anything.
Then are you feeding this thing? Because maybe it's recycling the same meat.
I don't know what it's doing. The house didn't stink. It didn't smell like piss or it didn't smell like crap.
So it wasn't gross.
It wasn't gross. They just didn't know where this goddamn turtle was doing its business. For 10 years. I was like, you have got some register.
Write it down on your book.
You have got some floor register somewhere that is filled
to the brim.
To the brim with turtle droppings.
So I want to do a shop tortoise and I want to super glue bobblehead Ricky to its shell. I feel like this needs to happen.
I dig that.
Or bobblehead Chichingo. Or both.
Jousting.
No, like put them like this and just like glue the silly sausage across so that like everything moves simultaneously.
Now we're getting into those PETA conversations again.
Well, okay. How awesome would it be to just like walk in? You've seen shop dogs, you've seen shop cats.
A shop tortoise would be dope.
Shop tortoise, though.
A shop tortoise would be dope. Now listen, you can buy like a Russian tortoise for like $350, and they live for like 200 years.
That's the problem. I don't want it that long. I just want it for like a year, and that's why I'll never do it. Because like, I'm sure it mean like that, but I really don't actually care about turtles.
What if you just strapped a little broom to the back of it?
I did. It's called the Roomba.
Yeah.
Or a rocket.
Now there's PETA again. People eating tasty animals. That's my favorite acronym.
Could have the coolest air hockey of anybody. I mean, as long as PETA's coming anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
fucking a couple of brooms.
Just.
Yeah, just playing floor hockey with the turtle.
Real life Mario. Dude. Whack.
I think I killed your Koopa Trooper.
Nah, hold on.
Remember that Mista lady? I think I killed her.
Well, now your back's gonna hurt because you just pulled landscaping duty.
If we painted the shell red.
And paint the town white. Oh, sorry.
As his wife.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we can get a green one. And we'll
green
paint
and a
white
red one.
spots on it, and then we'll do a red one.
Yep. And then a blue one.
We need another one with spikes on it. Yeah.
That blue one.
We gotta get.
So you were talking about this, and I'm like, this is fucking kind of weird because I was watching a video on Facebook Reels or something last night where this dude has a fucking snapping turtle this big, named Snappy as every fucking snapping turtle ever. Mine was, my cousin's was, but it was this fucking big, and it was sitting on his lap, and they're like scratching it under its chin like a fucking dog. And it was like, that is not a good idea. He's like, yeah, you don't do this with any other turtle, but this one, I don't know why. It's like, I found him. He was the size of my pinky finger nail. I found him on the road. They're so small
Yeah.
When I got mine, they were like this
Yeah, they're
big.
tiny.
No
He
shit.
might have big hands too. You know, I don't
They're about
fucking
the size
know.
of a quarter.
Dude, they were tiny. So he finds him on the road, grabs him, brings him home, and like fucking, he's like, I was just laying in my chair and fucking put him on my chest, and he went to sleep. And he'd been doing that for fucking. He's had him for 30 years. This snapping turtle, and this snapping turtle is just free range fucking and doesn't bite anybody.
That's why I couldn't have a
fucking
parrot.
people just come up and start fucking petting him, and it's like cool.
Look, man.
For now, like he's like the Tigers in Vegas. Like eventually, that motherfucker's gonna lose it,
Yeah.
but
Birds-
somebody's gonna lose something.
Birds freak me out so bad. I hate birds. I mean, I think they're cool. I think having a bird. No. I don't think having a bird would be interesting. I'd fucking hate it because they shit indiscriminately.
And they're loud.
And they're
it
loud.
doesn't stay in the cage.
Like, a friend of mine, right? I'm over their house, and she's got the bird sitting on her shoulder, and it just craps right down the front of her shirt. And she's
Don't
like,
you sleep with your bird?
She's like, oh, I gotta go change my shirt, and I'm like,
Yeah, no.
no
Dude,
way.
Wait, you
Kieran had
have
a
your bird potty trained for real? Dude, that's crazy.
Chichingo's got like 50 birds. I don't know how many, but he's got several.
Oh, they actually do.
Yes.
Oh, I did.
They're
not know.
his, not hers. Like I don't think Patty loves them. You know what I mean? Like I think she has to
condone it.
tolerate them. But they're his. And I think one of them was like from his
X, yeah.
yeah, not ex, but there's
Yeah.
a word for that.
Mr. I Want a Raven.
I forgot about those people down there.
Yeah.
Get him, Seneca. Fuck. All right. I at least I'm still on the same page. No longer in a frat, gentleman. But yeah, but Chingo's bobblehead is from his frat days. He's got his frat sweater on or whatever.
Yeah.
So
No, I just, dude, the one video, if I ever considered it, it's ruined by the one video of the ladies with her bird, and the bird's going, "It's okay." And she's like, "No, I think you're gonna
Ladies
come
with
after me.
their bird.
It's all right. It's all right." And she's like, "No, I feel like you're gonna attack me." No, don't be scared. And like the bird's like
I've seen
just
this.
like slow rolling like
I've
gangster
seen it.
style at her. Like, no, it's okay. It's okay. Son of a bitch. Oh no, no, I don't do the bird thing.
Yeah, it's not great. How's about we give Sam first swing at the old Newsaroonies? Shall we do that? Are you
well,
prepper?
since we already did the news, I'll probably do the events instead.
I meant the event news.
Sure. Yeah.
I thought that was
Let-
implied.
yeah, let's get at it.
Pitter pat.
You're only saying that because you didn't feel like going through and adding my stuff to the list. So
Well, yeah, I'd
I
have to
know.
put it in order and shit.
I know.
Oh my God.
So I was like, I knew exactly where this is going.
It's
Uh.
time for the news. What's new in the event section?
Thursday, October 12th at the Blind Fox, the Caseta Oktoberfest event. Join the Blind Fox's Emily and Bill, as well as Caseta Cigar representative Adrian Sardagna for Western Pennsylvania's only Quesada Oktoberfest event.
Hold on. Don't subject them to this. I just meant, did you want to do the just the tip events, and then I would read the other events so it doesn't take.
Am I that
45 minutes?
bad?
No, you can do the ball.
That's I'm just
Huh?
curious. Like, was it that bad?
No,
Go for
I
it.
feel like it wasn't
do
that
Go
terrible.
for it, Poppy.
Um,
I can stand up and
Yeah.
relieve my tailbone.
Free food, Hackers for beer specials, great deals on Quesada cigars. Saturday, October 14th, Just the Tip. Let's do the time warp again. Join us for a night of twisted fun as Just Tip presents a special screening of the cult classic, The Rocky Horror Picture Show. How, you feel good? You on this side
Yeah.
now? You feel special?
I do feel special.
Don't do that on the camera. And dress up as your favorite character, whether you're a sweet transvestite or a creature of the night. Get ready for a night of wild. All right, I'm not doing all this. Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's going to be a good time. $20 if you prepay, $25 at the door. Come on down. And let's do the time warp.
Be there.
Yeah. Monday, October 16th, Burn on the North Shore, Blanton's Dinner. Join us for an exclusive evening at Burn where only 25 tickets are available. Don't miss out on this limited opportunity to savor the finest in food, bourbon, and cigars. Secure your ticket now, and let's make a night to remember at Burn. It does sound like a good event. Like, I guess they're doing a
Yeah,
bunch of
for
pairings
sure.
and stuff as well. And then on the 20th, we're going to have Lee Marsh of Stolen Throne Cigars be here. We're going to be doing deals and basically meet and greet, hang out, chit chat with Lee himself. The 27th, we're going to be doing Just the Tip Halloween costume contest and whatnot. We're doing best costume, best couple costume, and best group costume. Saturday, October 28th, Nelson Aguastos in Greensburg, Spooky Sumatra Halloween Party. Trey Mack of Aladino Cigars will be on site as they release the hauntingly delicious Aladino Sumatra Fall Limited Edition and welcome plenty of delicious spirits. The deals will be absolutely spooktacular. All attendees are encouraged to wear their favorite Halloween outfit. Saturday, October 28th at Leaning House Fine Cigars, the Strum Junkies return to the Leaning House Halloween Party. That's right, the prodigal son returns, and this time, local cigar box legend Louis Lamana, I just want to make sure I said it right, will be keeping the beat on the drums. Costume contest, Halloween drink specials, food, and cigar specials. What else can you ask for? And then Sunday the 29th, we'll be doing football, cigars, and whiskey. So here at the tip, it'll be Trey Mack from Aladino will be here during the Steelers game, and Liberty Pole Spirits will be here slinging samples for all that. And then one that I'm just going to push, even though it's a little far out, the 11th of November on Veterans Day, we're going to be doing a Thanksgiving dinner spread here. It'll be a ticketed event. We're still working on the pricing, trying to figure out what it's going to cost so we can figure out the prices for it. And we're also going to have Mission 22 representative Jeff Scales on site to talk to people about Mission 22. Straight up, this is a money grab. It's a fundraiser for Mission 22. So
he's rubbing one out on his phone.
You don't have to be smoking cigars or anything like that. It's just bring people in. We're going to do some raffles and some miscellaneous giveaways.
Look forward to that traditional Thanksgiving sausage. I just made it up because.
You feel better?
A little bit.
Okay, I'm glad we had that moment.
I got somebody. That's all I wanted. Yeah. And by the way, I had to change it out because it was tainted. I didn't want it anymore.
Is that what that was all about?
Yeah. The extra noise was just a fucking bonus.
Oh, I noticed. Yeah.
I did not expect it until I got on here, and I was like,
you changed out the chair because I sat on it.
It was just to be a fucking asshole.
So you got the squeaky chair.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right on.
Got the squeaky noise.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that.
None of those events sounded very fun. You were like, there's this event, and then there's.
You know what? I feel like you don't need to critique my reading. It's done.
I do.
We did it.
You guys are gonna. I think you guys should fight.
If we're not gonna critique each other, this show
on my shin pads
is gonna have zero material.
What's that?
I said if we're not gonna critique each other, this show is gonna have no material at all.
What were your thoughts on the cigar at the end,
bro? This cigar, it started strong and finished stronger.
Yeah, it was a fucking journey for sure.
Not intensity.
Right? I think you're a little bit flavor. I think you're a little bit tainted because you smoked a cigar before you smoked this one.
It's possible.
Yeah, coming to a fresh palate was definitely cool on that one.
But it was for me that was a really good medium cigar.
Yeah, I agree.
So when you say strong, I'm just trying. So like you're saying a strong performance, and I'm just trying to make sure that I establish what you meant because somebody might pick it up thinking it's going to be a fucking Romacraft punch to it or something.
No,
it's not going to
full body,
not that much.
Medium strength.
Yeah, it
so
drew well. It stayed lit. I didn't have a problem with it burning. It burnt well. It drew well.
Try me like one of your French cigars.
It tasted great.
Yeah,
and that was a nice wake up.
Yeah,
you're out. You're doing shit.
Yeah,
you're having a cigar. Not early in the morning, but in the morning. And that was a great coffee in that thing. Boy,
and they're priced fair too. I mean, they're not. They're not expensive. They're not crazy over the top by any means. Hell, they're basically budget stick worthy. Freaking prices have just gone through the roof.
Don't remind me, man.
Through the roof. There's cigars in there that the last price increase, they went up $1 a cigar.
Okay.
$1
a cigar. I could see $1 a cigar, but if they went up like $6 a cigar, I'd
think about it, dude. It's like an 8 to 10% increase.
Sure.
If anybody out there needed another reason to push you over the edge to buy your cigars at just a tip, apparently it takes him 6 months to realize that a price increase has happened before he updates his own price. So try it here. Because fucking my shit went up. I was like, oh fuck. And then I have the ability to directly speak with somebody at the company. Like I was kind of faux complaining.
Yeah.
Like, well, my cigars are more expensive. He's like, we haven't had a price increase since February. And he's essentially like, oh, well, I just didn't notice it until now. So I've been
Apparently I
getting
didn't
cheaper
update it.
than I should have.
Yeah. Oops. But that's I try and keep things at MSRP at all times, and it's like everything's changing prices right now for like all the brands. So
Yeah.
it's a nightmare. It just there's 2 brands that I'm getting rid of because their price increases were like 12%. And I was like, I'm not passing that to my customer.
Jason, you remember the like late night Nicktoon shit, like fucking Kablam and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Sure.
And like Ren and Stimpy, they do like the fake commercials, but they were net 90s styling or whatever. I want that for like a little 5-second bump for his little new segment, like with a bunch of ladies in chorus doing a shit that Sam heard in the shop.
That'd be kind of funny.
That is pretty good.
Yeah.
And then like a clip that like just cuts to Sam, and then he says something like, he says something quirky like that.
Like a fucking 80s car commercial, fucking, because you already look like an 80s car
essentially a no fee unless we get money for you kind of thing.
I was thinking more like Richard Bazzi from Schultz Ford.
Right. Really, you're just gonna go straight into the guy who screams yeehaw and wears cowboy hats? Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
that was a little too,
you wear it, I say it.
That's true. Yeah, you'll have that. So I'm gonna start dancing here in a second if I don't run away.
Tell us word
you guys
about that
jump
time.
I
So
was like, but you're not like a gold prospector, but it would be an easy transition.
Yeehaw.
Fucking or the rich Texan from The Simpsons. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's like,
Yeah.
I don't have any interest in anything you can't dance in. I'm in it for the dancing, not the oil.
Yeah.
So we have not talked about it, and he's playing with his pee-pee, so I have no idea what we're smoking next week. This cigar was great. Definitely for me a little bit milder than I think the rest of the line. So just have that in your head. But it's a great stick, and it's good because you need something for everybody. And I think that cigar's approachable for everybody, and it's very well made. Very good.
Yeah, it's still very robust. You know you're smoking a cigar.
I wonder. So like we've talked about this all the time. Cigars are going to be different.
Sure, that's in Nicaragua, right?
The binder and filler, it's an Ecuadorian Sumatra Maduro. So not the strongest wrapper, but I'm gonna take another stab at it and report back on it next week because it could be the one that I had was just a little bit milder.
It's possible.
A little bit less heroin or something, but I still loved it. It was a great cigar. It's just not punchy. Quick shout outs to the Facebook groups that support this show, PACC, the PCC, that's the Pennsylvania Cigar Club and the Pittsburgh Cigar Club, and a shout out to Harper's Cigar Lounge because they are always supporting for us. Get our t-shirts so you can look like this but better at thegalaxyboutique.com. You can use
That's not the right way to market those shirts.
Wow, I said but better. But look at the back though, because the back's fantastic.
Yeah.
Costs a little extra.
What's up, junkies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not the standard edition. That costs extra. Hit me up if you want to find out how. But code word junkies for free shipping on everything site-wide.
Ooh.
And thanks for hanging out with us today. We'll see you guys next week, Sunday at 9:30 a.m. Facebook Live. Join the group.
What are we smoking?
We don't know.
Okay.
I already said
Salud.
that.